Villainous Husband, Chapter 1. In the midst of panic, the priest finally opened his mouth. Well then, the two of you exchange your rings. As soon as the silence fell, the priest opened the ring box and held it out. I picked up the ring slowly with trembling hands. At that moment, there was only one thought in my head was, you can't drop it. Don't drop it. I can't guarantee that the moment it falls, my hair and body will be combined after 5 minutes as soon as you fall. I squeezed the ring as tight as I could with my thumb and index finger, and quickly put it into his hand. At first, I thought it would be rough because he had mastered all kinds of weapons, but it was a beautiful hand with gracefully raised joints. This is nothing. This is fantasy. Even if it says that it's a hand holding a pen, I'll probably believe it. My hand wavered as I put the ring on. His Majesty the Emperor was still following along with this tedious ceremonial act. Seeing him put the ring on my hand like a decent groom. Well, then. However, that doesn't guarantee that this person will be as good as he is now in 3 minutes. Because the current emperor of the Actilus Empire could never stand boredom and had a simmering temper. I shut my eyes, hoping that the wedding would be over soon. The kiss of the two oaths. Hearing those words, my eyes narrowed even tighter. Right. For a wedding, there was such a procedure. Obviously, there was such a procedure. The groom walks and kisses the bride's veil. Priest, but this is just an arranged marriage. Is such a procedure really necessary? Are you saying I should kiss this scary guy? Your Majesty, why don't we skin this procedure in a unique way, just like you said the oath earlier? Even though I was standing still like a rock, my head was filled with all sorts of thoughts. At that moment, the veil that was blocking my view was lifted. Oh, my. He really wants to do it. I closed my eyes quickly, tensed like a mouse in front of a snake. But, even though I counted to 3, 5, and 10, his lips did not come close to me. No way. After all, he wants to have a unique wedding without the kiss of the oath. I opened my eyes very quietly. At this, I paused abruptly, startled. A man who could be called the incarnation of the sun was gazing at me. In the novel, the word beautiful was emphasized once every 10 pages, yet in reality, the ripple effect was different. No, how the hell does it become like this? His brilliant curly, golden hair was dazzlingly trimmed to the perfect proportions of his neck, while his bright red eyes added a hint of ominousness and unrealism to his face. He smiled at me, who was struggling to digest this overbearing beauty. To be precise, one side of his thin lips was pulled up. He then said in that smooth voice of courtesy, "That's a relief. What is it? If you had opened your eyes 5 seconds later, I would have been very bored."